Yeah, good morning and welcome to today's class. Today's class, I'll be teaching you on how to enter a market and how to exit a market. That is when to enter a trade and when to leave a particular pair of markets. Now, I believe in our day to day runnings, we always go to the market, we do not dwell there. Even if we are going there to go and sell in our shop, there's a closing hour. Eh? To avoid losses. Even if not losses, at least the body has to rest. So also it is on your crypto trade, you also have to exit. Like I said before, we have the long term trade and the short term trade. If you are trading for a very long period of time and you are trading for a short period of time, you know, you need to have an exit plan. So, like, however, today we are going to be using the KuCoin exchange for our lecture. And for you to be able to enter a market, you need a certain price. You need to know when to buy and when to sell. Even if we know that markets are down currently, you still need to know how to set a price. You don't just enter because somebody says go and buy USDT or go and buy BCH. You just buy at any price that you see there. So that is why we are going to be teaching you today on how to buy using your KuCoin platform. Now, as you can see, this is people slash USDT on spot trades. I'm going to analyze this for you. Now, when do you buy? These are prices we can see here. These are prices. But when do you buy? Now, that is why you need to go to your candlestick, your charts. You always go to your chart for technical analysis. Now, this is the charts. This is the charts. We have your time frame. We have your indicators there, like this Bollinger lines. These three different colors of line, Bollinger lines. Then you have your time frame, your indicator, and so on and so forth. Now, on this charts right now, we have different time frame. We have the 15 minutes, the 60 minutes, the 8 hours, and the 1 day. Huh? No. I always use, if for example you want to enter a trade, let's say you want to do a short term trade, I always use the 15 minutes and the 5 minutes time frame. Now, on this time frame, you can see that you can see that uh, the chart has changed. The chart has changed because it is now on 15 minutes. If you change it to 60 minutes, the chart will also change. If you change it to 8 hours, the chart will also change. If you change it to 4 hours, the chart will also change. Now, all this time frame explains how to buy. For example, I called somebody and said, please go out to the market on your trading, buy people. Now, it is all left for me to do my analysis. If you look at this 4 hours time frame, you can see that the red is standing for sell, is standing for selling. That is, the market is going down, is shorting. So the red candlestick signifies fall, and the green candlestick signifies buy, which is up. Now, the red signifies that it is going to come down, or it came down, a particular trade came down. Now, if you look at this chart very well, knowing that from the this chart shows the historical data of these very markets. Now, I'll start from here now. You can see here, this place I've just pointed. Let me use this indicator. This place Okay, you can see on that very place right now, on that very place right now, we have the five. When you touch the screen, it's going to bring out the price. You can see the price here. This 5635. So be following. Now, 5635, because when you touch the screen, you get an horizontal and a vertical line because it's a pie chart. It's a chart. You were taught charts in mathematics. Now, it's going to bring out the price. Now, on the 4 hours time frame, it went up and stopped at where? And stopped at, okay, where is it now? To see it. Okay, it stopped at 6348. You can see it 6348. This price there. It stopped at 6348. Then it fell down to 5849. Then a sharp fall took place to 5591. When you see this linger tiny candlestick, like the candlestick, the way it is formed now, you know it was a sharp fall. As at this time, a lot of people made losses. So it came down and went up immediately. Then tried to form on the 4 hours, came here to 6161, came upwards to 6260, and came downwards to 5931. Now getting to this 5942, they started increasing and it got to 6233. When it got to 6233, it started falling. It started falling. Now, there is possibility that it will fall to this place again. 5948. Are you getting me? There is possibility that it will get to 5948 on the 4 hours time frame. On the 4 hours time frame. Remember, when you say 4 hours time frame, it will take a very long time. Not just that 4 hours that you are seeing. Now, on the 8 hours time frame, you can see the chart has changed. So if, what am I trying to say? Let me finalize that. If, for example, I'm going to buy on a long term so that I won't make loss, I can decide to set my price here 5969. Take it a little up so that it hits, because normally sometimes the market, you can look at the market very right now, it is very, very low. You can check from the 1 day time frame, it is very, very low, meaning there is possibility of a greener pasture, a greener market, like a buy market. So you won't expect it to fall. It is when it is on a high, which is, let's say it was like this. You can say it defines SSS, short, that's short market. When it was high, that is at this point, you decided to short the markets. Now, since it is low, it might not just get to this very point. Let's go back to our 4 hours. Now, if paraventure, you can see the candle is still forming. The candle on these 4 hours is still forming. When it forms and it gets to this point, there's probably going to be a retracement 5969. I want you to know that no matter how good you are in analysis, you are only predicting. It's not 100%. It's not 100%. So after you've done this, you go to another time frame, which is your 8 hours. You looked at it. It's currently at 6128. You can see it there. Now, this 6128 indicates that it can still get to 5903. It's still around 59 that we have said. 5903. Because you look at the candle, when it goes up, it came down. When it goes up, it came down. When it goes, so there's possibility. Now, sometimes when it forms like that, it doesn't necessarily mean to fall to the end. So sometimes it comes and it stops at the main door, which is 6058. Which is 6058. Now, if you want to trade on a short term, Like you want to scalp. No, 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 no. You look at it. This is 15 minutes time frame. You can also look at it from your 5 minutes time frame. It is still currently at 6128. Now you look at your chart very well. You read it. You read it. Try to read it. The last peak here was 5790. You can see it here. 5790. Now it started rising. It rised to 5972 or 598 something, whatever, because it's not the highest peak there. Now, from there it fell again. It didn't fall to 5790. It fell to 5819. Then it started rising. It started rising. It rised up to that 58 or 5968. Then try to fall. Try to fall here again. Try to rise. Then it started rising. Now, when it started rising, it started going up. It rise to 6270. Now, when it rise to 6270, you need to understand that at this peak, this was the highest peak it raised to before now, which was 6176. You can see it here, 6176. So if it's able to break above this 6176, there is possibility that at this place it got to this point. Let me enlarge it. It got to this point, 61, around 617, and it breaks that point. Know that very soon there will be a fall, because at this point, the reason why it's going to be like that is because at this point, I'm not saying that there's not going to be a rise again, because at this point, a lot of buyers that bought at this point already have started selling. They sold. In fact, they started selling from 6 1 something. They started selling. So when they sell, there is possibility that after, when a lot of people sell their price, there is bound to be deflation. There is bound to be a fall in price. That is why you see it falling. I'm not saying not going to rise. You see it falling, but at this point, you look at it on this 15 minutes time frame, it can get to this point, which is 6063. It can also get to this point where it started forming a rise, which is 6006, or it can get to this point, which is 5933. So if you want to scalp on the 15 minutes time frame, you can use any of these prices before it starts retracing. Are you getting me? Now, if it gets to this point is the support level, 6076 or 6059. There is bound to be that it will fall to this place and it starts rising again. So when it starts forming, or like at this point that it is currently, you can see it's trying to form a candlestick. But if you look at this red one, this last line it has formed, it didn't just form, fell. It didn't finish falling. In fact, I want you to go study a book on candles. Brass and study this book on candles. Now, it's trying to form, but the momentum is not strong enough. So there's bound to be that it could fall to this place before there will be a rise. And at this point, traders have started waiting. When traders are waiting, a lot of traders are waiting at this point. They buy. Then what happens next is there will be a retracement. And it's going to increase above this 6270. Sometimes when it's increasing, it doesn't just go once. It's going to take a time. It can stop at this point first, play around here, then to be deceiving buyers or traders. Then it's waiting for people to buy. At this point, there is a candlestick that will be formed. You will know whether you are to buy more or to sell. So at this point, you need to understand all these things. You set your price to buy, you set your price to sell. So if you already bought at this point, then you now decide to sell because you are buying to make profits. So you can decide to sell at this point, or at this highest peak. Or if you want to go higher, you increase it Your time frame now is not at 60 minutes. Go to 6377. That is the highest peak before. Because it's going to, when it's going up now, it's going to rise above this peak towards 65, 64 before it start falling again. Are you getting me? So this is how to enter. These are the correct terms you need to understand when it comes to trading. How to enter your market and how to exit from your market. So if you don't understand, you need to ask questions. I'm here to 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 help you on your technical analysis on how to buy and how to sell. Then I want you to also on your own read books. Read books. There are so many things you need to understand on this chart. There are so many things you still need to understand. Studying your candles, your calculation, and so on and so forth. There are so many. So you need to also explore by reading books. So with this, I'm sure you'll be able to know when to buy and when to sell. When it's on the highest peak now on 15 minutes, you don't just rush and buy. If you are buying immediately, you don't rush and buy because you can look at this, like I said, it's going to fall. It's going to fall. So you don't rush and buy. You always wait. Be patient. A trader is a patient person. For you to successfully win in this game, you have to be patient. So if you are trading futures, you can decide to buy the shorts at this point. Understand? So with these few points, I understand you know a little about how to buy and how to sell. So we'll still be studying more on the technical analysis, and I pray God help us in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you very much. God bless you. The next time we're gonna see again.